Hey, all, and welcome back to another Unmute. And today we have a really great episode for you. We have Diane and Barry here from BlindShell, and we're going to be hearing from them about all kinds of updates and new things that have been added since the last time we were here. But I also want to say hello to Michael. And Michael, how's it going?
It is going great, Marty. It's been a little while since I've been on a Thursday episode with you, so this is super exciting. Thank you to Diane and Barry for joining us, and I appreciate you guys joining us today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you, Michael, Marty. It's great to be here. I think we should talk about the latest platform updates.
Okay, so a system update was released today. And that update has a couple of good features. So the first one is that you can now get your battery strength on the home screen. So that's good to know. You don't have to go into your notifications to find what your battery level is. It's right there on your home screen. And also, probably the biggest update that BlindShell has done in a while is now you can use a Bluetooth keyboard with your BlindShell. So you can go into your notifications, go to Bluetooth, you can pair it, and then you'll be able to use that keyboard for writing long texts or emails or just simply navigating around your BlindShell.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I will tell you, it is an amazing experience too. I use long-term listeners and followers on social media know that I use the MX keys now, which lets you switch between devices. And I can now hit a button and then use my arrow keys to navigate through the BlindShell. And I was replying to email because I could just quickly type the email on the keyboard that I already use every day. And then I was able to send and do everything that I could do from the BlindShell keypad itself with the keyboard, and that was an exciting experience. And it's always nice to have your battery info when you need it right away.
Yeah, and what's nice too about the Bluetooth keyboards is that you're not using your charging port to plug in a keyboard anymore. So number one, you could still charge your phone and use your keyboard at the same time, and number two, those keyboards can use up the battery life on your phone. So it's a win-win.
And is it any Bluetooth keyboard out there? You can choose whichever one you want, or is there any specific?
We haven't been notified of anyone specifically that will not work. So I just say try what you have before you would go out and purchase something different. Give it a whirl, see if it works. If it pairs, then that's great. The only thing I will say is that you may want to hit your scan for devices a couple of times because it doesn't always pick everything up the first go around. So you may want to do it 2 or 3 times until you see that keyboard show up.
And that's the general concept with Bluetooth on any device is if you don't see it right away, rescan and it should show up. And also you're going to see a lot of things. Of course, be aware of what's around you. But if you live in something like an apartment, don't be surprised if you see 20, 30 different devices because Bluetooth is a pretty standard protocol that can be used. This is exciting news, Diane, and I'm glad that you guys decided to come and share it, and it worked out perfect for this. You guys also at BlindShell USA shared something that a lot of people may not have heard about related to free cell phone service. Can you explain how you or Barry explain how this works?
Yeah, this is Barry's baby. So
it's my baby. All right.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Michael. So we are proud to offer now free monthly wireless service, whether it's for your BlindShell or for any other phone that you have or choose to use. Now, of course, you do have to qualify for the service, but once you qualify, you're going to receive unlimited text, talk, data, and a free SIM card with the service. It took a long time. I mean, like major heavy lifting to get this program in place. This is a program that is funded by the FCC. So you can imagine as far as the logistics behind it. Now, in order to apply for this, or should I say qualify, so this program is called, it is called the Affordable Connectivity Program. acronym ACP, Portable Connectivity Program. And the eligibility is pretty, I would say, wide as far as who qualifies. So typically, a household is eligible for the Affordable Connectivity Program if the household income is at or below 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, or if a member of the household meets at least one of the following criteria. I just wanted to, before I list those criteria, what's 200% of the federal poverty guidelines? So it's not as crazy as it sounds. So as a simple example, if there is a single a member household that makes below 29,000, I think 160 is the number, then that individual falls within that criteria and that guideline, and they would be entitled to be able to qualify for the free monthly wireless service. Now, in addition to that type of guideline, if you're on Medicaid, if you're SSI, SNAP, Federal Housing and Assistance, Veterans and Survivors Pension Benefit, WIC, you receive the Pell Grant during the current award year. These are the primary qualification, eligibility criteria. And so we know that this is this caters to a very large number of individuals here in the U.S. It's like over 48 million households are, fall into this category. So we're proud to bring this to the sight loss community. This is something that's never been promoted before to the sight loss community. And we are proud to bring it to you via BlindShell Mobile, powered by Easy Wireless. And you can go on our website. You can go to blindshellusa.com, or you can visit blindshellmobile.com. That's BlindShell, BlindShell, mobile, mobile.com. And that will take you straight in, where you can learn all about the program and qualify online. Now, if, for example, you're on Medicaid and you go through the process, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to click on Get Qualified. You will enter your email address. Then you will enter your zip code. And from there, it will tell you if this program is available in your neck of the woods. I will tell you that the program is available today in 47 states. The 3 states that are not in the program today are California, Louisiana, and Alaska. So California, Louisiana, and Alaska are currently excluded, and we are hopeful in the near future that California will be able to join. So after you put your email address and your zip code, it's going to tell you if the service is available. You will then receive a congratulations if it is, based on your location, that you may qualify for the free unlimited data, text, and all that stuff. And then you will go through the actual form. You will select which program, if it's SNAP, Medicaid, SSI, Section 8 housing, and you will complete the application online. If you're, again, already enrolled in one of those programs, it's going to be a very fast and seamless process, because the National Verifier database will connect with those additional databases for those programs, pair it up as long as you enter all the information correctly, and then you could be receiving your approval within literally 20 to 30 seconds. So I encourage everyone out there to go ahead and click on that qualify button and see if you can get the service. It's free. It's an incredible opportunity to be able to get rid of an expensive cell phone plan and to be able to alleviate, one extra financial burden. So really, really exciting to share with you guys.
Just out of curiosity, why are certain states excluded? Is there any particular reason, or is that the states don't want to participate, or what is the...
It's a complicated, answer. Some states have other, it's a bit complicated. So I would say is that it is based on a state by state basis, at the end of the day. And, as this program, rolled out by the FCC when it came out, each state has to, come on board. So, I think we're very close as far as with California, obviously being a very large state, pretty significant size, sight loss community. And, hopefully we'll see that come on again in the near future. But it is a state by state. We have 47 out of the 50. So we're in pretty good shape.
One thing that I want to clarify just to make sure, because I've been slightly confused, so hopefully you'll have an answer for us, Barry, is with the ACP, if some users are already receiving it on their internet services and they decide to go through this process, they will lose that $30 discount on internet and it will apply to their phone service.
That is correct. You cannot double dip.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It is one or the other. At least if you decide to go and apply it to whether it's a BlindShell Classic 2 or another communication device, you'll have that, internet on the go. And that's what a lot of people prefer these days.
It is, and it's more convenient. Now, with the ACP, I believe it did also include a $100 discount on hardware. Does that apply for the BlindShell as well?
No, that does not apply for the BlindShell as well. We are offering a limited opportunity to receive a discount on a BlindShell Classic 2 if you do sign up for the ACP program. And so all that is available on our website, blindshellusa.com or blindshellmobile.com are the two ways how you can access it.
Now, I got a super easy question for you. Let's say I don't qualify for the free service. I can still pay BlindShell Mobile for my cell phone service, right?
Not yet. That's not yet. That's phase 2 of this program as far as BlindShell Mobile. And we anticipate that within the next 90 days that we will be rolling out our own BlindShell Mobile cellular plans.
That'll be really cool. Because is it still, as of right now, T-Mobile is what the service is?
T-Mobile is the preferred carrier today, yes.
Is there any ETA on any of the other carriers starting to carry it?
So, wireless operators that work under or utilize the AT&T towers, that will work with the BlindShell Classic 2. We do have to make an adjustment, what we call to the APN settings. After that is adjusted, your phone or a person's phone will be working on that particular network. The big question that a lot of people ask us about is Verizon. We are in direct talks with Verizon. It's going to take probably another good 9 to 12 months just based on the information that they continue to share with us as we go through the certification process.
Wonderful. Now, Barry, or Diane, either one of you, because I'm really interested to see if either one of you have any info. There was a survey sent around a couple of weeks ago, and it was implied that BlindShell is looking at some sort of wearable technology. Do you have anything you can share about that?
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and answer that. While I can't really talk much about it, as I am aware of some things in development. So if you went through that survey, and Michael, if you receive one of those surveys and you want to, share with what was talked about in that survey, that probably would be a better way to go about this. But, what I would say is there are some things in the works. Is it around the corner? No, but I think it's something maybe within the next 12 to 18 months or sooner. We could be seeing an additional accessory per se, for the BlindShell platform.
And if someone wanted to get that survey, do you see any problems with if they reached out to us, if us forwarding it,
no
more feedback? I just want to make sure that wouldn't be a problem.
Nope. Yeah. You can do that. It's no problem. The more feedback we have, the better. And as I said, there's there's no such thing as status quo, right? Because we're here to continue to, enhance communication, right? There are many ways how people can, how you can communicate today. And we are really, trying to push the boundaries, what we can, pair up, integrate, build within the BlindShell universe. So I think, a good testament to that is that, just look at the apps that have become available in the last, 6 to 12 months on the BlindShell Classic 2. And there are going to be some additional apps rolling out in early June, which I think everyone here will be really excited about. So,
yeah, that was going to bring me to my next question. So what has been added in the past few months and what's coming?
Diane, I'll let you talk about what's been added, and I think we're going to have to wait on what's coming. But Diane, let's go ahead and give everyone an update as far as some of the recent apps we've seen available now in the BlindShell app library.
Okay, so we recently added Zoom. So now people can attend their Zoom meetings using their BlindShell. Bard has been added. So if you already are a Bard user, you would just put in your username and password and all your stuff will be there. And also Spotify. So Spotify on the BlindShell is for the premium account holders. So if you have a subscription to Spotify, again, putting in your username and password will take you to your playlists and your favorite artists.
There have been, Alexa was added not too long ago as well, back in 2022. I wanted to just stress, Google Lookout has tremendous capabilities as well, if you're not familiar with that as well. So, we're seeing and hearing about stories about users, specifically around the Alexa platform and that integration. One of my favorite, recent, stories I've been hearing, we're now in the baseball season. And there was a user who has a MLB audio subscription, connected that with their Alexa platform, which is on their BlindShell Classic 2. And now they're listening to their favorite baseball team on the go, via the BlindShell Classic 2. So there's so much you can do. Michael, Martin, you guys could focus like multiple podcasts on just what you can do with Alexa in itself, because I think that's like almost like endless. And there are so many things that are, constantly, being, added to Alexa. So, when you look at that, there's so much that's available today. And, it is very exciting.
Definitely, I would agree.
It is. Now, Barry, you mentioned something before we started recording that you wanted to bring up. Before we wrap up today, was there anything that we haven't talked about that you'd like to share?
Diane, anything that you want to talk about?
I just wanted to throw a couple additions into what you were talking about with the ACP program.
Sure.
One question that we get a lot is, can I keep my current phone number? Yes, you can. So you can import your phone number. The other questions that we get a lot is regarding what is a household? So if you are, say, living with 4 other people and you're not married to any of those people, then you are your own household. You don't have to combine the income of all those 4 people. It's just your income alone. And it's this, if you're an adult child living with a sibling or a parent, you're a separate household. You don't have to include your parents or your siblings' incomes. Again, you are your own household. So that a lot of people may think, oh, well, I know, I live with 3 people and we make more than the 29,000. It's you. You are the single household. And the other thing is that you do not have to be on any of those programs but still qualify, because there is a box that you can check where base my qualification on my income. And what then you will have to do is upload, say, a document of your benefits or a pay stub or a W-2, something like that to verify what your income is. But you don't have to be on any of those programs and still be eligible for the ACP.
That's great. Thank you so much for clarifying that and adding those additional details. Definitely, everything is on the blindshellmobile.com or blindshellusa.com. where you can, again, learn more about the complete program and literally qualify online. And once you receive that approval, you will receive your free SIM card in the mail within 5 to 7 business days. So quick turnaround. And if you're having issues, one of our team members will reach out to you if you're stuck, or you did not complete the application. You probably will get an email, and we do have support available to help you get through your application if you need it.
Yeah, and there's a phone number on the application page too that you can call if you have questions. And then once you get that SIM card in the mail, if you need help on how to insert it, because those are tiny little buggers, just give us a call and we'll help you out. Or call Michael too.
Yeah, you don't have to worry. So for BlindShell users, we use the micro SIM card, but the SIM card that you don't have to specify that when you sign up. So you're going to get a 3-in-1 SIM card in the mail. And therefore, if you're using a SIM card for another device, that SIM card will be included as well. So I want to clarify, you don't have to use or purchase a BlindShell Classic 2. You can use your existing phone as long as it's unlocked. And as a reminder, all BlindShell Classic 2 devices are unlocked today.
That's excellent.
All right. So Barry, what's the big news?
So I want to share with everyone some news on our Workforce Communication Accommodation Program. And this is a program which we've always had, but we've never really promoted it. And today we are officially going out there and going to start promoting it through the various channels. And, what this is really geared for is, for example, like companies like Amazon, JP Morgan Chase, really any corporate entity that employs a diverse range of individuals, specifically companies that go out there and hire individuals from the sight loss community. We built it and tailored this program where these corporate clients can purchase BlindShell Classic 2 devices for their employees. We try and make this as as seamless communication accessibility for the visually impaired, and it's just a great opportunity, where we can add another level of communication and have these corporate workforce cover the cost of a device. Just as a simple reminder, when on our phones, they can handle multiple email accounts. So if you have a work email and a personal email, you can accomplish that. BlindShell Classic 2 we already have Ira on the phone, so that is an integral partnership that we have. And Ira offers the incredible live virtual assistant, and we're continuing to add. We already talked about Zoom. We have on here talking about productivity tools that an individual will need in the workforce, and they are all on the BlindShell Classic 2, and there's more to come in the near future. So again, if you know someone or you're listening out there and you work for a large corporation and you are hiring specifically individuals with sight loss, the BlindShell Classic 2 is a phenomenal device to empower your employees with and give them the ability to communicate how they choose. So I want to share that. And you can find out more information on blindshellusa.com. On the bottom footer in the menu there, it says Workforce Accommodation Program.
That's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
One question that I know a listener is asking, because they've asked us on this live call that we host, is if this is going to be supported in corporate environments, does that mean that it's going to be possible to set a security pin on the BlindShell phone?
To be determined.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to say this, nothing is impossible, right?
No. Yep.
And, we're in the world of technology that we're in, right? Of course, I would say, 99.9% of these concepts, these requests, they are possible. It just sometimes it takes a bit longer to incorporate, to modify, tweak, to ensure that it meets everyone's requirements. And so, and again, as time continues to move on, as more and more people out there use the BlindShell Classic 2, who rely on the platform for the communication, we're going to continue to enhance it. And there's just only more and more in the works. And, we're excited to be front and center and to be the preferred communication device out there for the sight loss community. So appreciate everyone's support out there.
Likewise, and thank you for
amazing.
coming on and all of these exciting announcements. I'm going to hand it back over to Marty to close it up, and we definitely appreciate you joining us to share these. And again, thanks to both of you for joining us.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Marty. Thank you, Michael.
Yep. And thanks, Diane and Barry. And we appreciate you guys coming out. And I'm sure everyone out there is looking forward to all the new things that are happening and all the new things that are coming in the future. And with that, thanks, everyone. If you have any questions, comments, or anything else, you can reach us at feedback@unmute.show. And we'll see you next time.